Okay. Okay. Whoop, I completely forgot that, I completely forgot that, I'm not huge on the earbuds for the computer, because, um, they're not as loud as I would hope they would be. So I've been using my speakers instead, because I don't use them that often. Or I wasn't using them that often before, and I figured, you know what, I have it, so I probably should use it. Um, so, but that means I have to unplug and, like, rearrange a bunch of stuff, so I'm so sorry that I was muted. Um, it's okay. It's okay. Uh, anyways, what has been going on? Uh, let's see. I'm gonna take orange color. Oh my god, I'm still so sad that my manager is leaving us. Um, she's been at the store for like about a year. I don't know if it's like more than a year. I don't know if it's under, but it like she was there for so long, and she is literally, oops. She is literally like so. She's honestly one of the best managers the store has ever had. Especially like she's. How do I even describe it? She was one of the people who probably contributed to the store having like such a wholesome environment. Honestly, I'm so heartbroken that she's gone. And it was so abrupt too. Like it was just like, okay, today's your last day. Come on. I was like, really? I didn't work today. I only found out because I went to go drop off the little mushrooms that I made for my friends, and man, it was just unfortunate. Yeah, I'm sad. I I really didn't think that she was gonna get transferred just like that, but I guess that's just how it goes. Also, I'm getting distracted by the paint tray that I have. It's like covered in stuff, and I want to peel it off. Very satisfying. See, this is why you should. This is why acrylic paint is the best medium, because like you could just very nicely like peel off like all of the stuff. Maybe when it's more properly dried, it'll like come off a little better. Yeah, it's not coming off too nicely right now. Put that to the side. Stop getting distracted. Um, I should clean off my desk. That's probably contributing to like me and my inability to like do things at the moment. Anyways, how do I want to do the clouds? I should have planned out this background a little bit more before I went ahead and just got here, but it is what it is. Okay. I think we'll just take this big brush shape and just kind of go around like, oh, we clear that real quick. Um, there's like one layer of clouds like this, right? We'll go a little bit lighter towards the bottom like that. And then, uh, taking something more similar like up here, and just kind of like mark that in there. Oops. No, that's not right. Back to this. Something like that. I think for the gradient, actually, I'm gonna turn off all of these shapes real quick so I can get this color right here. Go back to that. Bring the clouds down a little. I might even just redo the clouds, honestly. I don't like how they look for now. Oh, I completely just... That's why it wasn't changing. Whoops. Because if I... it's probably just better if I, like, forgo that. And let me get some... Let me get a different kind of gradient going in here. Then... I always forget how to do this. It's a very Danger Days shape. I like this one. I always like the diamonds a lot. I don't know why. That's not how that brush works. Clouds will actually end up being like a solid color too. But at the top here, I want to add a different gradient. So it's a little darker, so we're not going to go too far down, so just... something like that. Back to this. I think that's looking pretty good. I'm not sure if I'm going to render Party Poison a little differently. I might, but we'll see. My neck's been terribly itchy too. What ended up happening yesterday, I had my choker on because it was D&D day, so of course you gotta be dripped out. But the AC in the store was not working, and it was bad. So usually I put kinesiology tape on the inside of my chokers because the rivets, they, I'm allergic to them because of course I am, and, so I'm allergic to those, and what ended up happening was, I think all of the sweat just kind of like made the tape a lot thinner, or made one of the strips of tape super thin, so, the nickel, or I'm pretty sure it's nickel because that's usually what it is. It starts absolutely just actually, we're gonna get rid of this one. Just clear it. Go to this. Every single time nickel touches my skin, it just bad things happen, and that's all. I'm gonna copy how the clouds kind of look on the album. I don't really know how I'm going to do it yet. I know for a fact I'm gonna need to erase some funky shapes in there, so we try taking this, and instead of using it as a brush, we're gonna use it as an eraser. That actually does not really work as well as I thought it would. Because I just want to do it like this. Because I feel like, again, all of my stuff is kind of looking a little too samey for my tastes, so. Oh, hello, Jessica! Welcome! We're hilariously really close to 100 followers, actually. Which is kind of crazy to think about, and I'm a little scared. Essentially, the base stream is theoretically happening a lot sooner than I thought it would, and I'm scrambling trying to, like, find songs that I can learn, like, relatively quickly, essentially. And I don't know what I'm doing. Hello. Hello, Marco. I did not mean to miss stream twice, it's just um, 8 o'clock is typically when uh, me and my family is going to be out for dinner. We eat a little bit late, I think, so that's just what it is. And then last night, I had to lock in and like finish making some mushrooms for my friend because I promised that I would give my friends some mushrooms. So that happened. But yeah, we are 2 followers away from the thing. It was boring. Oh my god. Jessica out here with the savagery. I will try to catch next stream. I will do my best, but I cannot make any actual promises because, God forbid, my life be organized and in order. But yeah, what has happened so far? Trippy shrooms? Gotta upload them to Google Photos first, but I can show you guys real quick. Me and my Carl's Jr. buddies, so what it is that Johnny has been getting into this, yeah, I saw the sub. Thank you so much. I forgot to mention that I'm not used to getting, subs on here, but hell yeah. Okay, so they're all uploaded to Cloud now. Perfect. So what it is, Johnny has been getting into a type of air dry clay for sculpting called cold porcelain. The cold porcelain, what's cool about it is that you can literally make it at home. So he did that, and he was like, do you want to try sculpting too? And I was like, sure. And I love mushrooms. Like, I love those little fungi so much. Okay. Hydration. Sure. I like how upset I have to be every time I do that. Anyways. So I made a mushroom for me, a mushroom for Johnny, and then our two friends at Carl's Jr. So this is the first one that I made. This one is based off a Pixies parasol. I'm not a sculptor. So I don't know anything about it. And it was air dry clay, and I couldn't figure out the cracks and everything. But yeah, it was too thin, so I needed to glue it to like one of those little like glass things. This was my friend. I asked them do you have a favorite mushroom? And they were like, I don't really know. So I asked, okay, do you have a favorite color then? They said baby blue, and I was like, this is perfect. It's a little hard to tell in the picture, but what I did, it is a very cute mushroom. So, but what I did to, if you look at a Pixie's parasol, it's a little translucent in some spots. It's a very dainty little shroom, and to achieve the effect that I was going for with everything, I'm gonna see if I can get my headphones to not be like tugged by a bunch of wires right now, because it's like under so many of them and it's like pulling down, and I'm worried about like the wire itself. Anyways, so what I did, it's really hard to see in the picture. I took some silver paint and very, very much watered it down, and only used like a very small amount of it, because my idea was that I just want there to be like a very, very like shimmer to it, essentially, just make it look a little bit magical. And for that one, what I did to do that, again, silver paint worked out super, super well. And I'm so sorry if I seem to be like really distracted. This like the way that headphones are being like weighed down by the wires down here is irritating me, and I hate Bluetooth. So, yeah. So just did a silver wash over it. Johnny said that method of painting I think is called glazing. There we go. Does the mushroom have cute little butt cheeks? I believe that is literally just a crack that ended up being a happy accident. Yeah, see, there it is. But yeah, I liked it a lot. They really liked it, but they accidentally left it at the store, so I gotta hope and pray that these are still there. And then the next one that I made was a flying agaric. Yeah, the clay kept cracking as it dried. I couldn't really figure that one out. This is an amanita. This is personally one of my favorite mushrooms. This is for my other friend. I gave it a little skirt. I didn't just want to do like red around it. I tried to make sure that there was like a really like bright sort of like thing around the cap. What clay did you use? It's called cold porcelain. It's a type of air dry clay that you can make at home using cornstarch, oil, and what's that other ingredient? Cornstarch, oil, and PVA glue. Oh, that's butter. Look at him. He's so funny. But yeah. So I got that. I need to make sure that tomorrow they're still at the store because they forgot their shrooms, and I'm like, no. Absolute tragedy. Uh. But yeah, we hate to see it. Actually, rather than doing that, what if I just move this cloud below the gradient? Oh, this one. That did not work. What if I moved it like right there? That also does not work. Okay, so I'm just going to have to do this then. Okay. But yeah, I still gotta finish me and Johnny's, so I made myself a little moral, and then I made him a king oyster mushroom. So I hope he enjoys that one when I actually do finish it. I was considering painting them like tonight on stream, because I thought a painting stream might be fun. But I figured I should probably finish this one piece on my computer first before I do anything silly and experimental, with stuff. Anyways, I want to keep rendering over the top of the clouds, try and get some different effects going, basically. So we're gonna try and like render the clouds, try and give them a little bit of depth. I don't really know how well this is gonna go, but we shall see. There we go, that's what I'm looking for. This would probably help more if I could actually like see the clouds, but I can't really tell what I'm doing, so yeah. This is your lesson in art. Render your clouds, it helps. It does make a difference. And then it was really funny. I was telling my friend about the stuff. So we're getting a new general manager at the store. I'm really sad because I like my GM over there, but you know, what can you do? It's not our call, you know? And so we were talking about that. Both of us are like worried about like the changes that are gonna happen. It's like, okay, well, what if the new general manager doesn't like how I work and suddenly like I'm like losing hours, maybe losing the job? For me personally, I'm afraid of like the change in the workplace environment because I love my manager for a lot of reasons. One of those reasons being she really lets me be myself. You know, like saying jokes about like, oh, I'm gonna pour bleach in the milkshakes today. You know. Now I do recognize that does reflect a little badly on the business, but it's funny, so I do it anyways. And you know, so that's what I like really like about her, right? Like I'm a very silly person. I make edgy jokes about casual murder, because violence is hilarious, and I'm just I'm so sad. I'm so worried about like stuff that's going to be going on at work now, and I'm like I hope it'll be all right. I'm sure it'll be all right, and I'm probably just like overthinking it, but it's still like like I don't like it, and we don't even know like who the next who the other GM is who's coming in, so it's just like what is going to happen, you know? Like we have no idea. I have a few theories. There was a general manager before. The unknown is nerve-wracking. It is, yeah. Because, you know, as much as I'd like to think, like, oh, it's not going to be that bad, so much is going to change, you know? And it's like, what am I supposed to do with that? And I don't know. Um, I have a few theories. There was a general manager in training before, a GMIT. Um, Her name is Wendy. She came to our store to train there, and then they send her off to another location to go train somewhere else, essentially, right? So I'm sure she's already, if she's still with Carl's Jr., first of all, I'm sure she's already like a general manager somewhere. And they might bring her here because she knows how to run the store, right? Like, she's been here before, she would know what to do. Um, the other the other theory, or my other guess, would be a general manager named Maria. Maria was Wendy's boss, and while I've basically never worked with her before, Maria is a little mean, to put it bluntly. There's strict and there's being mean. There's, hey, the paper towels at the hand washing station, they need to be changed. It's like, okay, I'll get on that right now. And then there's, hey, I noticed this was changed. Why didn't, or this needs to be changed and you didn't do it. Why didn't you do it? Why are you so, like, stupid? What do you think we pay you for? Like, and it's like, come on. You don't need to be, like, that excessive. Is she Marco mean? I don't know. Again, I haven't, like, interacted with her that much, and I don't know a lot about her in the first place, so I couldn't tell you. Oh, another thing too, Marco, about your channel. You might want to leave out the, like, any AI-generated profile pictures, because low-key, not a lot of people are in for that. Break the ice with your new GM by using chloroform milkshakes. Joke. I don't think that's a good way for me to open. No, actually, the 5 spacing on the pixels can stay. I just need to make these smaller, actually. A lot smaller, it seems. But anyways, I'm just nervous. Part of me hopes, though, that maybe, what I'm hoping is, like, I hope the hours don't change too much, because I like the days that I work, right? I think it's good. I'm still not working Thursdays, surprisingly, even though, the event stuff is pretty much over. So it does look like we're gonna be keeping this schedule for a bit until things change, again. I will say I do kind of want to ask if I could, like, not work on Sundays, because that means my entire weekend is now gone. If I could just change that Sunday out for a Thursday, but if not, it's fine. I guess. You could tell I'm just, like, not excited, like, at all for these changes. Yeah. Let's see. I don't know what else there is to talk about, honestly. Let me shape these a little bit more. I'll turn off the gradients on them real quick so I can work on these. But yeah, it's a whole thing. I'm like nervous about it. I don't know if they're gonna be there tomorrow. And again, even though I had those guesses about who might be coming to the store, it's not for certain, you know? Like, they could send somebody else that I don't even know about. Which, you know, nobody knows. You got this. What are you making? Background for this right now. I don't know how I'm going to handle the, I don't know how I'm going to handle the rendering. No matter who comes, you will thrive and kick butts. I'd like to say that, but it's a corporate location that absolutely, like, sucks the soul out of you, and that I the job is all right. The job itself is all right, but one of the things that makes the job way more manageable is me joking around and being like very silly, being like so unserious like half the time, you know? Um I like telling the customers like, "Oh, I have to do this stupid script otherwise corporate takes me around the back and shoots me in the head, puts me down like an animal," you know? I like to tell the customers, "Oh, yeah, I've only threatened to blow up the store like 5 times today instead of 7, so I think I'm doing all right." Like I like to do stuff like that, and I'm a little worried that the new general manager is not gonna like that like at all. Um, because you know that would be bad. So it's way less about like, oh, don't worry, like you're going to like be fine. It's way more about like what if this person is like a corporate bootlicker, you know? Um, because the dynamic is going to shift. Like I can't get along with someone like that. I'm sorry. You should have seen me at the store yesterday. I was damn near saying some things that were just barely short of like terrorist threats. Like I I'm not gonna say I'm not a good. I'm a bad person. I'm not gonna say I'm not a nice. I'm a mean person. I'm just gonna say I have some very, very strong opinions sometimes. Those opinions usually leaning in favor of terrorism as a form of protest because I think terrorism is a valid form of protest, you know? I think it's okay if you want. I think it's okay to want to blow things up a little. I think that's pretty funny actually. The only thing about terrorism that for me personally, I think you have to, if you're gonna blow something up, you cannot kill anyone because otherwise you put people against you like almost immediately. Well, actually, no. You can kill like certain people. You know, like CEOs, just like like people who like hold stock and everything. People who who like people like incredibly stupid, dummy, rich people, who refuse to who like hoard all the wealth and make everything impossible because they're like, oh yeah, this is fine, you know, and it's like it's not fine. I'm like losing it over here. Um, yeah, if this new general manager is like again corporate bootlicker, we are not going to get along, and I will probably lose my hours. I'm going to get you the green hat of the Plumber Brothers from Nintendo. Yeah. Yeah. That's kind of where I'm at right now. Speaking of, did you guys hear about YouTube and their little thing that started in the UK? The whole ID stuff and everything? Because I'm not uh, I am not happy one bit about that. Johnny doesn't particularly care. I personally care for like a lot of reasons. I just think it's way too far of like a overstep in like privacy and everything. Um, like yeah, I get it. Like most of everyone's information is like if you're on the internet at all, um, people can probably dig up a lot about you. But it's just like why do you need this? Why do you need this so bad? It's not going to help with anything. In fact, what it is that it's going to use AI, which already is like bleh, gross. It's going to use AI to be like, oh, we noticed that you are watching content that is usually for kids. They already have all our info. YouTube asking for a government ID, they don't need it. They already have all our info. Exactly. Like, why do you need that? Why do you need that then? You know? And then it's like, and then it's gonna be like, oh, well, we noticed that you're watching a lot of videos about games and stuff. Well, you know what that means. We're starting to think that maybe you might actually be like some kid on the internet. And we don't want kids on the internet these days, so we're gonna. We need to verify your age, like, really quickly. Like, are you fucking kidding me? I don't know. I think it's, like, stupid. I think it's, like a ridiculous overreach in, like, authority and everything. Don't get me wrong, right? Like, I'll believe, like, there's maybe some government that's okay. There's, like, some level of things that need to be, like, a little, like, closely guarded just because, you know, um, people are stupid. It's parents' job to police kids. Is privacy stomping is not good? Exactly. I don't care that they already have a lot of my information. I feel like the idea is ridiculous. Look what is happening in the UK. Exactly. People are pissed. It's like nothing good can come out of this, in my opinion. It's so bad. Anyways, there's a whole thing about boycotting YouTube on the 13th, and I think I might just do that. Because that's ridiculous. The idea is, they just want even more information, which is so bad. You know, so I'm just like, I hate this. I hate everything right now. Real quick, I'm gonna blur this out too. It looks like it does actually need it to some extent. But yeah, I'm pissed as hell. I I swear that with the way things are going right now, I am full on like radicalized. We need to blow up the entire planet right now. Just extinctify all humans, and I would be okay with that. If the world ended tomorrow, I'd be pretty happy. Let's take this color again. Go with something lighter. Just go with like a nice sort of like rim color. It's a bit too light, actually. Well, I guess the cyberpunk music is like extremely fitting for today, so that checks out. But yeah, you ever think about how funny it is, like cyberpunk making a whole like anti-corpo like a rebellion thing, and then like they're like a huge big made by what, a big huge corporation as well. Like what do you take me for? Or like Spider-Punk 2 from like Spider-Verse, like Marvel and Disney saying like, yeah, no, we get it. Like, what does the gradient squares do? It if I zoom out, it's like way more of like it looks way more like a comic book effectively. Like that kind of shading, but I'm still trying to blend in like my very like painty shading and everything, because I still like how that looks. I'm just trying I'm going very easy on it is the difference this time. Um just trying to create a little bit of depth and everything. And I like the squares. You said my AI avatar is not good. I agree. Jessica's working on one to make her own version instead, unless you can help me make a furry cat avatar. Oh, if Jessica is working on something instead, um, you know, yeah, no. It's just, I would be, again, I think people are, like, are way more critical about AI profiles right now. So, you know, I'm just letting you know before the rest of the internet finds you, because I know you don't agree with it. I'm just making sure, like, I'm just making sure you get the hell out of AI Dodge, you know? But yeah, Marvel and Disney making, like, Spider-Punk, and like, look, we like, get the whole, like, anti-authority thing, too. It's a little more than anti-authority half the time. But you do you, big corporation. It's not like you're complete, thing. Anyways, I just use AI as a baseline instead of a stick figure. I think you should have. I think a stick figure would be incredibly funny. But she's feeling that she needs help with her tablet. Oh, I see. like, what, in what sense with the tablet? Like, do you need help, like, with the mapping keys, or is it not working the way that it wasn't, like, it's supposed to? 'Cause once again, there's only so many ways I can help with that. And then look what we're gonna do. We're gonna take this. Protect alpha. I'm gonna take this color real quick. Do a couple of things here. Multiply. By the way, did I hydrate? Yes, I did. You can go back and watch the clip if you want. Accusing me of not hydrating, unbelievable. Filter. Just crank that to like 20 or something. I'm gonna go a little bit darker on that actually. Just kind of do something like that. Anyways, what other news has there been in my life? I live an incredibly boring life. I think I'll make him a stick figure at the rate I'm learning. I was telling him that I need a basic arts course like sketching hands, faces, angling faces, facial expressions. I mean, you could take an art course. I fully support that because learning art that way is great. However, there's plenty of ways to learn like for free. Like, yeah, YouTube. How should I say this? The way I learned was, I bought this little book before when I thought I wanted to draw anime, and it was like I had a, it like had all kinds of tutorials and everything on there, and that was what I learned off of. But after a bit, I started developing my own style. I would look at a lot of other artists, and I'd be like, okay, this is what I like about their style. I'm gonna try and emulate it myself. So that's what I would do. I wonder, what do you think of the furry community? If you had a persona, what character or being would I be? Yeah, something like that even. Yeah, exactly. Okay, furry community, love them. They're so funny. I'm not a furry myself, personally, because, that's just not my vibe. But I think the community is great. I think it's full of incredible people, and incredibly talented people at that, too. Like, they're great all around, and if I had an animal as a fursona, I personally think I might enjoy, let's see, I personally think I would enjoy a dragon of sorts. Like, I'm not huge on, like foxes or wolves, like the really common ones. Like, I don't care too much for that. What else? I do like the idea of being a dragon. I was tempted to make a Tabaxi Warforged. And that'd be cute. Like, it had like little cat ears on its armor. You could make it like the Razer like cat ear headset too. That would be hilarious. And it had like the RGB lights going on. You would make an awesome dragonborn. Thank you. But I do like being a tiefling at the end of the day. I like the horns and I like the tail. Not huge on the big, effectively, I'm just not huge on, like, everything else. Maybe a little bit of scaled. I have a little bit of scaled on my Sona. But that's because she's a, what's it called? She is a, where's my soft eraser? It's usually, there it is. That's because my Sona is supposed to be, she's supposed to be a draconic sorcerer, so that's what I do it for. And there's a whole reason why I say dragon. It's because in Pokemon Mystery Dungeon, that was the, Charmander was the character that I got, for the little, like, which Pokemon would you be quiz, effectively. So that's just kind of what it's always been in my head. I like that, personally. I think it's a nice little homage to my lore. Still can't forget that one Dragonborn from the Dragon Reserve. She was a hoot. Tieflings are furry. I mean, a tiefling is a Sona. I got Ryolu in Mystery Dungeon. Oh, nice. Yeah, I was about to say, like, the whole thing with tieflings being a furry. Like, ask literally anyone in the furry community. No, they aren't. But, I think you corrected yourself there. We are supposed to be playing Mystery Dungeon. I haven't made the thumbnail yet for it yet, though, because I'm riddled with crippling something. But yeah, well, at least the background is pretty much done. I think, I am all good to start the rendering phase, the best phase, if I may. It's only 10:44. We got plenty of time. I think we can get this done tonight. And if not, I can probably lose a few hours of sleep. I need to make a good first impression tomorrow. Yeah, because honestly, I have tons of job security. I'm an extremely good worker. I'm like the cute coworker said, I am probably the best frontline worker, and I was just like, stop. Anyways, crippling case of procrastination or a case of crippling work schedule. It's kind of both. Hello, Sinbatson. Lovely to have you here as always. It might low-key be a little case of both. Little case of undiagnosed ADHD, and if not ADHD, then an unholy amount of comorbidities. RGB Tabaxi Warforged in a spacesuit. Great. See, that's hilarious. That is a hilarious concept. I will say, actually, if you are looking for art and stuff for your character, your Sona, your little Twitch thing there, Marco, I have a new offer available on my commissions. They're commissions, if you will. Let me pull up the Google Doc because it'll be faster that way. Here we go. Oh, I forgot about the flashbang. Sorry, guys. I have a new option. Behold. Oh, hang on. Behold. Along with the regular stuff, if you scroll one page more, I have a chibi art style. It's almost like, I completely forgot that I had actual art samples that I could use for this rather than having to make new art. Yes, so I offered a chibi art style at a discounted price. So you can see a bust here is $25. This one is literally only just $5. Like, these are so fun to make. These are some other chibi samples I had. A lot of these are just like commissions or gifts or art raffle things. Yeah, if you wanted art but could not afford the regular price, I have the little guys right here. The color and the rendering is the same though. Coloring and rendering, it takes an equal amount of time. It's just, this is a lot faster. But yeah, it's very cute. I love my little Sona. She's so stupid looking. Like, don't you just want to like pick, like, put her back on screen. Don't you just want to, hang on, let me zoom in too. Don't you just want to pick her up and shake her around, like, grab her by the neck and just kind of like strangle her? Like, maybe like you grab her and like her eyes like pop out like those toys, like, pfft. That's what I think when I look at her. Was that unhinged to say? It's worse when getting around to doing something and work gets in the way. But then work finally gives us a break and we procrastinate because we want to break too. It's a vicious cycle. It is a very vicious cycle. In fact, it's so vicious that I've honestly been enjoying playing bass way more than drawing lately, which is not a good sign. Well, it's a good sign in some regards, but not right now. I have so much to do. I'm supposed to start the comic too. I told myself that I would slow down on art so I could start that. The issue is I gotta figure out how I want to open the comic, and I think that's kind of what I'm getting like tripped up on at the moment, because I have no idea how I want to do that. Can you also make dogs? I made an AI version of my sister's dog for my small business. He's the face of my business, but I also do not want to use AI. Yeah, I can do dogs. I've done a like a chibi furry before. Where is it? This was for, around the holiday season. At a whole thing where it's like, okay, guys, for like 5 weeks, it was like 3 weeks straight. I'm drawing two winners, one from Blue Sky, one from, what's it called? One from Twitter. And, you got the winner. Each winner is gonna get gift wrap chibis. So yeah, I can do chibi furries. Look at that. This is from a streamer and artist named Drink Your Vegetable. She does incredibly cute art. Could I order a chibi for my sons? That you have a son? I would need two versions of it. One idle and one talking. Oh, Sona. That's probably what it is. Yeah, that's really easy. I just used AI to throw stuff at the wall and see what sticks. And what was the closest idea I have in mind? Yeah, your persona. There we go. Yeah, I could do that. I could do that. Just I will DM the info prices. No problem there. And then the only thing that I ask with the art is that I get credit. Like if people ask, like, hey, where'd you get that art from? You direct them over to me. But yeah, autocorrect is awful, Lamel. I got scared for a second. What, son? Imagine. Do you have a signature to put in the corner yet? Every commission will. It have a watermark. I'll be sure to include a spot for yours. Or I'll include a version with and without it, rather. So you can use the one without for your streams, so it doesn't get in the way. But if people ever ask, you can direct them to me, and whenever you post the art anywhere, you can post the watermarked version as well. But yeah. I just realized normally I would talk about D&D, but there was no D&D to be had yesterday. The store was unbearably hot, and I think Andrea and her son must have sensed that something was wrong out there in the world, and they were correct. We were boiling in that store for like hours yesterday. I went and I stayed just because I was like, well, if somebody shows up, or if people show up rather, I want to deliver, you know? One person showed up. Roger was a no-show yesterday, which is fine. I understand he lives far, so it's like I don't blame him at all. And again, the store was really, really bad yesterday, so I was just like, It was Valorian, Juan, who showed up yesterday. And I told him, hey, since you're like the only one, I can improvise like a solo session for you, or we can like refund you because, you know, things happened. It was also just like unbearably hot in the dungeon as well. Roger had to take his ER for a bad spider bite. Ouch! Yeah, that's bad. I would like the background to be transparent, but the watermark can go on the shoulder or be a part of the design in some way. Yeah, that's all right. I hope his kid's okay. Yeah, the background will be transparent, and I will have like a watermark on there. Like I said, a lot of the times the chibis usually go on a transparent background because a lot of them do get turned into stickers. I should make a marketable curse sticker, huh? It's just I feel like I can't really do that because I'm not really like a known figure of sorts. So, one good thing yesterday though. I think, or was it today? It was at some point. Somebody on the store's on staff Discord said somebody bought all of the Labubus that we had, I think, onto PNG Tuber. Yeah, PNG Tubers are fun. But anyways, somebody bought all the Labubus. And I think when they said all, I think they really meant all. Which means I'm also hoping that includes the stupid $400 Ultra Mega Jumbo Labubu plushie. I fucking hate those things. I think they're so stupid. And I swear to God, if this is what Chris, like, was, like, betting on with stuff with our money that he was supposed to be paying us with, I'm gonna lose it. So those things are so stupid. Nobody's gonna buy them because they're, like... They're what I don't like about them is that, one, they're expensive. Two, they're an expensive blind box, so now we're just teaching kids the art of gambling. One day I want to have a whole bunch of PNGs, different poses, expressions and poses. You know, you should You should ask that streamer I mentioned earlier, Drink Your Vegetable. Her PNG is incredibly well animated. Like, it moves, it bounces, it has like physics to it to an extent, and it's still just a flat PNG. It's not a 3D model or anything. It is incredible. I don't know how she did it, but she did it. She's absolutely cracked for that though. Um, so yeah, 100% go check her out. I don't know how to do the shout outs here, but at the Asian Market in Arcadia, there's a bunch of stores with signs that say that the all the Labubu showed up. Arcadia Mall. I've never been there. The only times I've been to Arcadia was for marching band competitions, and even that was just literally at the high school. That being said, I'm not a huge fan of the Labubus. I think they're kind of stupid. Like, I think they look ugly, like genuinely. Um, the whole like, oh, it's supposed to be creepy and cute at the same time. Yeah, Fugglers do that already, but they're like infinitely better at that. Um, I just think the Labubus are ugly, like like unbelievably, like ugly. Who were you saying has a well animated PNG tuber? It's Drink Your Vegetable. I'll type her name in chat. She's insanely good. Absolutely look her up on Twitch and Blue Sky. I think she might still have Twitter, but I don't know. I don't know if she has Instagram, and to be fair, I don't think anyone is really using Instagram because, God forbid, use that one. Like, okay. Twitter is alright because, like, yeah, it has Grok and everything, and I don't like the AI, but at least when I go on Twitter, the Grok stuff isn't, like, completely all over my face. I open like Instagram and it's like Instagram messages. It's like, hey, do you want to use an AI to reply to your friend? Do you want to use an AI to like imagine this thing you said? Do you want to use an AI in your search bar? Do you want? And I'm like, no! Stop shoving this down my throat. Clipped Lamal. Yeah, post that. Post that. I bet that's a very cancelable opinion, huh? Labubus are like, look, they're just dog shit ugly. Okay. Okay, look, like, point B. Like, let me show you. Let me show you guys. This is stupid. This is the stupidest fucking thing I've ever seen. Like, ew. Ew. Unironically, ew. It's like, it's supposed to be creepy and cute at the same time. Nothing about this is creepy. Nothing about this is edgy. This is literally just like a hideous baby in a rabbit suit, right? You want something that's actually like creepy and like cute at the same time? It's these guys. Like, these guys do it so right. Like, look at that. Look at this silly little guy. Like, look how funny these things are. Like, these are actually- oh my god, this is amazing. I love that. See, if they were putting this in blind boxes, I would get this. I would be so all over that. Like again, comparison. This is cute, trying to cosplay as creepy and edgy. This is creepy and edgy, but also hilariously cute. Like, they're very silly. And also, all these guys look the fucking same. Like, what the hell is the point, you know? It's so stupid. Jessica found Drink Your Vegetable. She's really good. You should absolutely, like, check her out because she's super, super, super cool. One day I would like to have a PNG profile like that. Exactly. I don't know how to do that is the only thing. I know it involves an unholy amount of layers because she showed me once and I was like, bro, how is your computer even alive after that? Like, her art software must hate her for that. I don't think Medibank can handle it. I don't think I would ever want like a super detailed PNG tuber. It's just not my thing. I like the face cam a lot more. It just feels like more personal, and it's like I get to talk to you guys like that. I do have this though. Look at this. Look at that. It's so silly. It's just on days where I can't have the face cam on, because some days are certainly going to be like that. But lately they just, they haven't been. So I'm thankful for that. I'm thankful I get to show my stupid, stupid face on the internet. Another thing that I'm actually like surprised about. People always like. I feel like people kind of exaggerate. Like it's so hard to be a woman on the internet because there's always gonna be like some guys like gooning to you. Surprise! I don't think I've had that yet. Not that I'm looking for it to happen, but you know. On my stream, I am the scuff king. My internet scuffs a lot. It's a cute PNG. Yeah, I love it so much. It's literally just ripped off like one of my art pieces, but I really do like that profile picture of mine. Um, uh, but yeah. Um, yeah, that's the one thing about streaming. You do kind of need a beefy internet for that. We recently switched to AT&T, and it's like something fiberglass, whatever. So they said bandwidth wasn't a problem, and I was like, oh, that's perfect, because bandwidth is always a problem in a 5-person household. And it's been holding up for the most part. I think the only thing really is just like outside the data isn't all that great. But you know what? It's cheaper than Spectrum. And Spectrum was so expensive for being so mid. I don't know what they were thinking with that one. For the chibi, I will pay for my commission. Would you make it sitting at a console like a spaceship? Yeah, I actually do have background stuff for that. So the way my commission rules work, it's about a 50% down payment, really. I say 50% just for the sake of ease and communication. Reality, if you have a background, the simplicity of the background is going to vary. I can't calculate that right away. But effectively, the more I have to draw, the more likely it is I'm going to charge you a little bit more. So if it's just like a very simple console, I can do that just fine. If it's going to be like anything more than that, it's gonna start like getting up there. I'll need stuff to help, and I will need help to learn how you do all the stuff you can teach me for streaming. Do you use OBS or Streamlabs? I use OBS, because that's just what I have on my computer. Actually, on my laptop, I do have Streamlabs because I think what it was that I couldn't find the download for OBS for some reason, so I went ahead and just went with Streamlabs. But I don't stream from my laptop anyways, or record, so it just kind of goes unused. So that was that. But yeah, I use OBS. If this is gonna be like the weirdest fucking thing to explain. Same desk console for both versions, I think. Different poses for the head and tail more than anything. Yeah, I don't know how to do that. Same position for the body. Okay, if you're looking for something more animated, I'm gonna let you know right now. I can't do that because I don't know how that's gonna work. But I could easily do like 2 versions where like the mouth is open, the mouth isn't open. Damn, Marco is gonna blow up our finances. Hey, Lamau. You tell him. You tell him, Jessica. You tell him, stop eating away at our paychecks and stuff. Oh no, just two commissions, 2 versions. No, it doesn't need to be like 2 things, like especially if it's just like the mouth open and not open. That's like so easy. Like I'm not gonna charge you another one for that. That would be ridiculous. Unless you actually meant like the tail moving around. But even still, I don't think that's gonna work out in your head the way that you want it to. It'd be anyways. I've considered making a VTuber for a bit, but it's just I think another thing too that I have to consider with like actual VTuber models is having a strong enough graphics card for that. I think mine is all right, but I just think it'd be a little bit much if I wanted to play a game like Baldur's Gate, for example. I think that would be like too much strain for my GPU. So I'm just gonna opt like without it. I'm at the tail in two different angles, on the right of the body when talking and on the left when idle. I love snow leopard tails. They do have nice tails, like they're nice big and chunky tails. If that's what you meant, you're just gonna have to be okay with the tail like blipping over from one side to the other, like with no like in between frames whatsoever. Because I'll tell once again, I am not an animator. And I think to do that too, you are gonna need the Live 2D software, and that I do not know how to use because my PNG is just one PNG that does not move because I'm too lazy. I'm okay with that. Not looking for animation anytime soon. Okay. Yeah, in that case, then I still would argue you don't need two separate commissions for that, because if the body is going to be the same, I'm just going to be like switching things around, effectively. That's incredibly easy. The only thing would probably be is just I have to keep the tail on its own like layer group. But that's it. It's like it's not really going to be that big of a problem. All right. Are so itchy. It's terrible. It's actually terrible. I have that stupid like allergic reaction on my neck from my choker that I was wearing yesterday. The heat has just been absolutely miserable, so I'm getting heat rashes again on my arms. I have my eczema blisters. I'm so sick of existing. I need new skin right fucking now. Oh shoot, there's a decal on Party Poison's shirt that I completely forgot to add. I just want my doggy. Can I email you some pictures of him? The email might go to spam, but I would be more than happy if you sent it over via like Discord or something. Real quick, I completely forgot there's a thing here. Get a good picture of the shirt. No. Yeah, I prefer, I just prefer Discord and text message and stuff like that, because I'll get notifications for it, and oftentimes I've had it where, I'm supposed to get banner notifications for email, but for some reason, it just does not want to do that. Like at all anymore. So I'm just like, okay, fine. I'll just miss the really important email. Speaking of emails, this is one of those things that frustrates me, right? So I ended up buying the bass, the stupid $700 5-string bass guitar. I did get that, and I was on my email trying to figure out like, oh, like what's this from, because I noticed it's from the seller. The seller was like, hey, there was an error on eBay's end where they calculated the shipping wrong. The shipping's actually this. Could you like split the shipping with me if that's okay? And I was like, yeah, I could do that. But of course, like the conversation had to happen like over like different like over large intervals of hours, because this stupid email thing won't give me notifications when I get that stuff. And how am I gonna write this so that it doesn't... There we go. Oh my god, it's a raid. I saw Pigeon was too off, so I figured perfect person to raid. Oh my god, welcome. Oh my god, holy shit. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh my god. Is raiding with a party of 10. What just happened? We don't even need 2 more. Thank you so much, Big Roman Cellular Shark for the thing. Oh my god, we hit 100 followers. I thought I still had a little bit more time. People follow, so you don't need to sub, you can just follow. Okay, so I owe you guys a concert then. I do not need art supplies, I'm a digital artist. You be quiet there, Marco. I owe you guys a bass concert now. Oh, Jesus. Okay, I can't make the bass concert an hour long. But I do have songs, and I do know how to play them. Oh, it's just, when am I gonna do that? Okay. Quick question. We will figure, I guess we'll plan the concert now, because this whole thing happened. Thank you so much, Yasuze, for the raid. I think they need art supplies. No! Oh, Jesus. Okay. Let's plan the concert. For anyone who's like a little bit confused as to what concert I'm talking about, I promised everyone here, if we reach 100 followers, I will do a live concert on Twitch. I play bass guitar, so I'll have the tracks for the songs that I'm going to be playing. I'll be playing bass covers of them. So I guess we need to start planning that out now. Okay. Question. How loud is my AC on stream? I'm going to be a little quiet right now because I just want to know. Okay, I think that was enough time. Trying to give some time for like the Twitch stream delay and everything. Didn't notice. Okay, perfect. That's good. Because I'm a little worried about the AC getting in the way of like the music and everything. I know this mic has some form of noise cancellation, but I don't need art supplies. I'm a digital art. What art? Okay. Yes, let me use my pack of Prismacolors on my drawing tablet. You guys don't need to worry about art supplies. I do this digitally, and the only other medium that I use is ink, and I need 2 things for that at most. Do I use OBS or Streamlabs? I use OBS. Look at the little emotes in there. Why do you use the sad one? Oh wait, I still need that because I need to see how to draw the little dead Pegasus logo. Oh, I guess that will be here then. I'm not sure what's going on there, but anyways. Sad, I thought it was a rocking headbang. No, it's it is it is sad because my favorite emoji combination is the little like rock hand and then like the pensive one. It looks so funny together. Yeah, it is not that. If you actually like hover over it, it says it is labeled oof. There's also noise suppression in there. Let me see. I would assume it's under properties. Hang on. Or maybe advanced audio properties. Woo! I don't know. Maybe it'll be fine. Because I at the same time too, I think music like instrument playing does count as noise, and noise cancellation might actually just straight up be like, okay, this isn't like we're going to cancel this out now, and it's like, no, that's not what I want. Yeah, but yeah, that emote is not a headbang. It is just a very, very silly like emoji combination that we do. My other favorite one is blush and then the knife because it looks funny. I gonna see this logo here? Okay, so because I completely forgot about this little like decal here. Anyway, it's really small actually, so it's kind of like that, and then straight down like that, and then just do something like that for now. Make this a little bit thicker. Put that there. In fact, we're gonna move it around a little bit. Oh, what is that? How'd that get there? Oops. You need a rocker emote then. That's the good emote is which one is it? Where's my mouse? The good emote for when good things happen is this one or this one. We have a thumbs up and we have obligatory poggers. Only the hype available. We have obligatory poggers. How do I redeem the modify emote? I don't even know how to use that one, not gonna lie. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing on Twitch. The reason why I encourage people not to sub is because I'm literally just stupid up here, and I don't know what I'm doing at any given point in time. There's a little star here, it looks like, so we'll do that real quick. That's actually kind of a big star. Let me see if I can get that smaller. Yeah, there we go. And then, any raiders into MCR, because they are probably one of my favorite bands at the moment. Let me see. I'm drawing Party Poison because my favorite album from MCR is what's it called? Danger Days. I would love to vibe and hang out, but it's late. I need to get some rest. Congrats again for 100. It was a pleasure getting the chance to read you. And thank you so much for all of that, too. You're wonderful for getting us to that goal. Hopefully the concert will be soon. And I won't take too long learning enough songs. Alright, and I see you there, Cellular Shark. Is this autism activated with MCR? Yeah, I super appreciate it. Thank you so much. Anyways, where was I with this after? Right, I need to finish rendering. Yeah, Danger Days is my favorite album. It's just, it's punk. It's like the best anti-capitalist anthems ever. You know, AJR. They're an indie band, if I'm right? You're looking forward to the concert. Thank you so much. I'm familiar with them. I don't listen to them a lot because I'm not huge on indie, but I'm familiar. I'm familiar with the one song, "World's Smallest Violin." Are they also? You went to one of the concerts. Oh my god, that sounds great. Oh, I hope you had a blast. Well, like, how was it when you went? Like, I know I've seen like a clip of one of their shows. I know they can get like a little silly on stage. Am I right? World's Smallest Violin. Yeah. That is unfortunately the only song that I know, because at the time I was just not huge on indie. It was still very much like holy emo trinity stuff with MCR, Fall Out Boy, Panic. I like indie a little bit, but it's never something that I'm like actively like seeking for. Like, where's the next small indie band that I'm gonna like? No, I'm way more. I was 3 to 4 seats from the stage. Oh my god, that is amazing. Yeah, that's great. so you would have got like a really good view. I hope your ears are okay. I don't know if it's the same at other kinds of concerts, but I've been to raves before, and the first time I had gone, we were right there at the front, but we were also next to a speaker. Your ears are fine. Good to know. My ears were not fine after that rave. They were ringing for like a week, and I was kind of losing sleep over it because you could not do that. I think one of the only ways I was able to, not gonna lie, I wasn't too loud. That's good. That's great. Oh my god, I'm so happy for you. But yeah, my I had tinnitus for like a week after my first rave, but it was so worth it. One of the best nights of my life, honestly. Um, that was also the rave. Actually, now that I think about it, um, I have a list of stupid things that I've done. And by list I mean it's a book now. But among the most stupid things I have ever done in my entire life is I that first rave that I went to. Not only did I go there, uh, it was kind of like a last minute decision for tickets. When I went there, it was the day after I got my wisdom teeth pulled, so I had stitches in my mouth and everything, but I was still like, woo! You know? They did play World's Smallest Violin at the concert, though. I feel like they have to. Like, that's gotta be, like, one of their most popular songs, right? That'd be like if you went to a Fall Out Boy concert and they didn't play, like, Alone Together or something like that, you know? That'd be like going to, it'd be like going to an MCR concert and they don't play Welcome to the Black Parade or Teenagers. Like, you know what I'm saying? But yeah. Bang by AGR. That sounds great. But yeah. If you're curious as to what kind of songs I'm into, it's been a lot of like hard rock lately. I've been super into The Warning as of late. They're a rock band from Mexico. They're wonderful. Those sisters have such a great sound. The reason why I'm getting a 5-string bass in the first place is because I want to learn their songs, and their bassist uses a 5-string. I just realized the zipper isn't colored. I should probably fix that. So yeah, we're gonna ignore the fact that it was Bisaya. That's the dialect that we speak in Philippines. I'm Filipino. My parents are from Cebu. And you've triggered the accent. Congratulations. Shoot. What words am I going to teach today? Did I already talk about Putangay na mo last stream? I feel like I did. The stupid swear word that we have. I'm sure that I talked about that one. Okay, what am I going to teach you guys? I taught colors. I feel like I've definitely taught how to say dog and cat before. Let's talk I'm trying to think. I'm so sorry. The Learn Bisaya thing was supposed to be like I asked my parents like, oh, like how do you say this in oh my god, what is happening? Here we go. It's supposed to be like, oh, I ask my parents some new words and I share the words with you guys whenever that thing gets redeemed. But I haven't had any in a while, let me think. I've said how to say the time before. I think I've done pronouns before. Useless. Oh, you know, let's talk about food. How do you say dog? I'll give this one for free. It's iro. Like I-R-O. Iro. And then cat is iring. But let's talk about food. Let's talk about some other animals even too. So a couple things. When we talk about the food that we're going to eat, I think a lot of times we usually just stick with like what the animal is. Like we don't say, I don't know if there's really a word for beef, but I do know that the word for cow is vaca with a B. It's very similar to the Spanish word, but once again, it's with a B. So vaca is cow, baboy is pig, manok is chicken. I forget horse. Carabao, I think, is kind of like a type of buffalo that's over there. Um, let's see, and what else? What else? What other little critters are over there? Bitin is snake. Uh, and the interesting thing about Bitin was that I had looked it up on Google Translate because I wanted to do a whole thing for one of my D&D characters because the snake image, she has a lot of snake imagery going on in her lore, and the whole idea for them was like they want to break free of this Ouroboros pact and the family, so the whole thing is just like the whole theme is just like kill the snake, break the cycle, kill the snake, break the cycle. So I looked up how to say kill the snake once, but I completely forgot what it was. I just remembered that bitin is the word for snake. So let's look it up real quick. Google Translate. And then set that to Cebuano, because that's the English way to say Bisaya, Cebuano. Yeah, so here we go. Patyon ang bitin. Kill the snake. So that is how you say that in theory. I feel like the verb and the subject might need to be switched around a little bit, but I'm not too sure because I literally cannot find anything on Filipino grammar, but here we are. But yeah, there you go. That's the Bisaya lesson for stream. I really do like speaking Bisaya. One time I did like a little like stream, not announcement, but just kind of like a hey, like here's like there's gonna be a stream tonight. But I went ahead and said that sent that out in Bisaya instead. I think the phrase went something to the effect of "Nice stream karang not karang adlaw karang gabi," because gabi is evening or night. We don't have a word for good night actually. There's mayang gabi, which is morning, mayang hapon, which is good afternoon, and then there's mayang gabi, which is good evening. But I don't think there's anything to say goodnight. I think we just say goodnight. I do like speaking Bisaya when I can. I wish I knew more. But it's kind of getting to the point where I know way more Spanish than Bisaya, which is kind of funny. And speaking of, I wonder if my coworker would let me teach them Spanish. Because I know they were saying before that, like, it's... they're like considering learning a little bit just to take the orders, because sometimes you're just going to be stuck there, and you don't know how to talk to the person in front of you, and they're asking for a thing, and you have no idea how to say it. I feel like I want to teach them, but we haven't really worked like similar shifts at all lately. And it's because at the end of the day, both of us are like pretty good at what we do. So rather than having two strong people on a shift, it'll be like one of us is in the day, when the other one's like at night, or even like I'll work one day, they work another, which is tragedy because they're so cute, they're so fine. But it's okay. Let's see. I think... Yeah, there's no way we don't get this done in, like, during this stream. Like, this... I can do this, like, so fast. I do enjoy taking the orders in Spanish at Carl's, though. I think it's a lot of fun because it's a fun language to speak. Not that English isn't fun to speak at all, but like I like I do like speaking Spanish there at the store when I get the chance. And the customers really like the way that I speak it too. They're always like, oh, uh, like, qué bueno tu español. And I'm like, oh, muchas gracias. Tengo dos clases de español en la escuela. I can't speak it that fast. It was the only thing. It was really funny. What it used to be at the store was what's it called? Uh, um, they I'm losing my train of thought. Brain on a leash. Okay. What it used to be was, I can't write and draw and talk at the same time right now. What it used to be was, I've repeated myself so many times, I'm sorry. They would ask, like, oh, habla español? And I'd be like, hablo poquito español, right? Just like I speak very little Spanish. And they're like, okay, I'm gonna start speaking like 100 words a second. I'm like, slow down! Slow down! Please! So what I would do is I would just try to listen very carefully for like one word. And I'd be like, you want this? And they'll be like, yes. I'm like, perfect! Did you want the burger by itself or in a combo? And I'd keep going from there, and that's when they realized, oh, this person really doesn't speak Spanish, huh? Just silly things that used to happen at the store. I haven't had that happen in a while now. I don't know if it's because I understand it better, or if because the customers are just used to the fact that I am terrible. Traditional Spanish is spoken fast. I am aware of that. But you know, in the same, I don't know, in my head it's like, I feel like if I heard someone say like, oh, I don't speak a lot of English, I would be like, oh yeah, I'll like slow down my speaking, because I know I tend to speak a little bit quickly. Like I'll slow it down for them, I'll even like break things down even more, explain things. When I told people before, like, oh, I don't really I speak only a little bit of Spanish, they spoke so fast, and I was just like, ¿Quieres alfamistar? ¿O famastar? And they're like, oh, see? And it's like, okay. But yeah, it hasn't happened in a while. Again, I can't tell if it's because they finally realized that I am an idiot who doesn't know anything at all, or if I'm just understanding it better. I'd like to think it's the second one, but I have a sneaking suspicion that it's just that I'm an idiot and they're pandering to my poor, stupid little reptile brain. Because that is all I can do. One time, though, I've told this on stream like a few times before. This one is always interesting to me. Obviously, I can't really hold a conversation all that well in Spanish. I can only talk about like really basic things. But this one, twice now, for some reason, people have like asked for my number or something. So I had this one guy, once again, did not really speak English, so he was asking me something, and I'm like, I don't know what you're saying, right? Crashing asleep. Oh boy. It sounds like you need it then, Marco. Maybe you should go sleep, you know, and not stay up at like 1 in the morning. I have work tomorrow, but this time I get to go in at 10 and not 9, so it works out. As long as I go to bed on time and not late. I'm going to stream tomorrow morning the game Bomber Crew. I will go to sleep. Yes, go to sleep. I can't watch. I will try to stream around 9 a.m. then. I will be getting ready for work. I guarantee you, I cannot watch that. I will be there for like 2 seconds and I'll be like, well, I came to say hi, but I gotta go because I gotta go to work. That is the best I can do. But I will try. That way you can watch me for a minute. Sounds like someone else needs sleep. I don't need sleep, in theory. Let's see. Sunday, what was it? I got like 5 hours of sleep and I operated just fine. And then Monday I got 5 hours of sleep and I operated just fine. I even drank coffee at night because I thought it'd be funny, and also coffee just doesn't work on me. Um, but yeah, this one guy's asking for my number, and I'm like, bruh, how does that even work in your head? I just told him I have a boyfriend. The next guy, though, he was saying something, and I had no idea what he was saying, so I just kept being like, what, right? All right, bye bye then, Marco. You get some good eepin'. You get some good eep tonight, right? So finally, he dumbs down his question, like like me quieres or something like that. Do you want me? And I, at that point, I was like, okay, I think I know what this question is, so I'm just gonna continue to play dumb. Uh, and finally, like, that was like, okay, yeah, I'm gonna like drop this now. And he drove off in the drive-through. To clarify, I asked one of my friends who actually does speak Spanish, and she was like, yeah, that guy was hitting on you. And I was like, man, it's only happened twice though, so I'm glad it hasn't happened any more times in a sense. But it's just like, man, what a strange world we live in sometimes. I kind of want more coffee. But I promised Johnny, my brother, that I wouldn't be drinking a lot of coffee. I'll try to slow down on the caffeine. I didn't have any today. I was even though I was like really strongly considering it when we were out tonight. Um but I think I will have one tomorrow. Because I'm also like scared of like what our new general manager is gonna be like. I'm still so sad. I'm gonna miss Irma so much. I, I think I know what I gotta do as a little goodbye gift. I just need her to give me her address. And speaking of stuff too, I gotta ask Biba if he wants his stickers anytime soon. It's the other thing I'm gonna do. Don't tell him I'm gonna do this. Uh, he won one of my art raffles a while ago, and I was like, hey, like which prize did you want? And I was offering two prizes at the time. One of them was just some regular art. The other one I would offer like a chibi sticker, right? He bit on the chibi sticker, so I made the sticker, and I was like, hey, do you have an address I could like send this to? And he didn't respond for a bit, and it was just like a never mind kind of thing. And I was like, okay, that's fine, right? Like he still got the art, at the very least. But now he's asking to purchase some stickers off of me, and I'm like, I know something really funny that I could do. I could send him the other sticker that he won in an art raffle as a freebie, because I think that would be nice. Speaking of art raffles, I kind of want to like do that again. I feel like having just like an engagement one would be kind of nice. But also, you know what? October is going to be rolling up like pretty soon. Well, it's still August. It's still like early-ish. It's mid-August, I guess. I gotta start planning the next community poster, because I haven't done that in a while, and I want to do it again because I haven't. I miss doing those, so I should like figure something out with that. I think a little like trick-or-treating Halloween thing would be really fun. But I gotta see. Honestly, I might even just do like a tiefling community poster, just like tieflings hanging out in like a city or something. Because I did a druid one, I did the birthday one, I did the Apex one, but that one wasn't with OCs, that was with my little Apex Legends AU. What else? What else could I do? See, I can close this tab too, actually, now that stuff is. God, we had even more follows. That's kind of crazy. Well, hopefully people will show up for the concert. I still gotta plan like some songs for that. I'm like so nervous about it too, because I'm not bad at bass, right? but it's like I have not played like live before. Whenever I've recorded like song covers, I always obviously like I go with like multiple takes, right? Um, but at the same time, it's like just the thought of playing live is so nerve-wracking. I don't know if I'll do it this week or next week. I'm gonna see if I can aim for like next week because I think I want something else to happen this week. A different kind of stream, but we'll have to see. And I'm just like, oh boy. It's crazy that like there's 100 followers on Twitch now. We're approaching 500 pretty soon on Twitter, actually. So honestly, the engagement raffle might just be for that. Like, it might be like, hey, we're really close to 500 followers on Twitter. I'm gonna host a little engagement raffle. I might do this like as like a regular thing too. Yada yada. Just to do it. I'm not huge on follower numbers on the art accounts anymore, just because it really doesn't do anything. It really is just the engagement that helps a lot. But it's like so hard to get people to engage with the art at this point that I'm just like, you know what? I'm just gonna post because it's fun. I want to show, like, if people care about my art, like they can see it there. If they don't care about my art, that's also fine. I might turn this one into a print, like, but this one might just be for me. Maybe I'll go tomorrow after work, or maybe I won't. I'm actually off on Thursday, so I could potentially do something there, but I think I'm gonna want Thursday to like work on some other stuff. So we'll see. I can ask my friend if we could go get tacos too, because I gotta show them this taco place that's around here. It's really good. Let's see. Did anything funny happen over the weekend? I don't think so. It was mostly just me, like, having no sleep and being like, wow, what's happening? It was really slow on Saturday. I think it was so funny. I got 5 hours of sleep on Saturday, and the whole time I'm in bed, like, my alarm goes off, and I keep checking, like, the notifications on my phone, like, please call me in an hour late, please call me in an hour late. They did not call me an hour late, so I was like, okay, let me just get up now then, right? Go to work. I got sent home an hour early at least, but at that point I was so tired, and I was like, let me not drive home in this state. Let me rest a little bit first, get some food in my stomach. But yeah, it's a whole thing. Let's see. I don't think anything really exciting. Work's been a little, like, boring, but I have a good feeling now that school's back in session, it's gonna be back. Actually, on Friday, I had to pretend to call the cops on some middle schoolers because they weren't listening to my manager, who was like, hey, can you, like, stop running around? Can you, like, sit down and, like, behave, please? We do that to, like, get the kids to stop. And it was so funny because these girls were like, yeah, go ahead, call the cops. We don't care. We're not scared. As soon as I got on my phone, and I was like, hi, hello, is this Eastvale Police Department? Yeah, so I'm located at Carl's Jr. 70 on, let me not dox myself, actually. I'm here at this location. This is the store location. I have some middle schoolers that aren't listening to my manager. They're, like, running around. Could you send someone over to kick them out? As soon as I started, like, doing that, I didn't actually call the police. They left. It was hilarious. Like, tough bluff kids. And then that same day, I went to go drive out to another Carl's Jr. unit, and because we needed some stuff, so we traded, like, supplies, basically. Saw my old manager there, and she was asking me, like, oh, how are you? Like, has it been good over there? And I'm like, yeah, school just started again. And she was talking about how happy she was that she does not have to deal with the middle schoolers, with any kids, really, at all at her location. Like, she was so happy. I'm like, I wish that was me. I fucking hate kids so much. But we were talking. It's ridiculous how the middle schoolers around here act. I live in a really nice suburban commuter city with literally nothing going on. So and these kids like literally like the way they carry themselves, the way they behave is so funny to me. They really pretend like they're like tough shit. Like yeah, like I'm on the like I grew up on the streets kind of behavior. Like no you didn't. You live in a suburban like town with absolutely nothing going on. Like at any given point in time. Like you do not get you do not get to act like that. It's so funny watching them because they really don't know what like they're talking about. They really don't know like anything. But that's also just what makes them annoying because once again they think they're like tough shit when in reality they're like crumple, fold, and like everything. The moment even the idea of like punishment for their behavior gets like thrown into question. But yeah, Johnny saw those like middle schoolers today, and he was like really tempted to be like, "I'm sorry, you cannot be in here like at all anymore." I don't think he did, and to be fair, I don't think we technically can either because our district manager is like, "Oh well, they still like pay for food," and I'm like, "These people like literally only buy like a small fry half the time." Like, no, like we should kick them out. Like their parents like coddle them so much too. There's this one lady, she was like, my daughter would never steal from the beverage bar. And then cut to like a few days later, I watch her and her kid steal from the beverage bar with the water cups. So I don't know, it's a whole thing, and I'm just like, you know what? Whatever then. You clearly don't have any morals. You clearly like look, stealing from corporations is funny, but the issue is that like when you steal from like the lower rungs of the ladder like that, you're not really hurting the corporation, you're hurting us. That's my problem with it. You gotta aim a little higher if you really want to like stick it to these companies. So that's my thing. Whoever came up with like the fraudulent coupons for Carl's Jr., kudos to them. That was hilarious. Alright, and that's pretty much all our shadows done. We just gotta get this little horse dude. Right? Yeah, there he is. So, protect out or clipping. Like a nice gray going. Make that a little bit darker actually. Then we'll just do this real quick so that it matches the colors around it. Well, yeah, we're getting through this pretty quickly. Let's see. Move on to highlights now. I think I'm not sure if I want to do rim lights. I'm gonna keep going and see like how I feel about things, but we'll see. And I should probably save too. This has probably been one of my streams with the least amount of like saves going on, but it is what it is. Anyways, I'm fairly certain Gerard Way has brown eyes. I think a lot of people kind of like mistake that he has blue eyes because for Black Parade he had his hair bleached and everything. And I'm fairly certain that they're brown. Apparently, speaking of, I did not. I don't like to keep up with like celebrity drama and stuff, and that kind of does go the same for bands. But occasionally, if I do see something about MCR, I am like intrigued because like this is one of my like this is one of my favorite bands right now, and I want to see what's going on. Somebody, I think at a concert somewhere, was able to get close enough to the man, Mr. G Way himself, and licked him. And I'm just like, bro, like it's so sad because I think he was definitely like super uncomfortable with that, and it's just like, dude, come on. I that's the thing for me. I think I could never like get into like that kind of like culture for like bands and music and stuff like that. Like, I don't like it. I think it's a little icky. I think it's a little gross sometimes. I'm fine like doing fan art for bands. I'm fine with people who like want to buy the merch and everything, go to like every show. But I think like going so far as to like be like, oh, like I want to kiss him so bad, I want to hug him, I want to do all this. I'm like, no, no, no. I think it's weird. I'm also glad I've had like my head on my shoulders, like that for a long time. Like, even when I was younger, I never liked the idea of like idolizing, people like that. My friends before in high school, they were really into K-pop, and it would be like, no, it's but it's like it's so true that like these two are they're like so gay for each other. I'm like, you don't think that's like weird? Like these are real people, and we're just like out here shipping them, and they're like, no, 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 no. But it's like it's so true. It's like so true. Like if you look at the way that they behave on interviews, and I'm like, this is literally just queer baiting. Like they're just pretending because they know it's gonna like it's gonna get like a lot of like attention. I think they have changed now, at the very least. So I'm happy for them on that. But it's just I don't like that kind of stuff like at all. I think it's weird. It's very unhealthy. And like so many people, if I remember correctly too, were upset when they found out that like one member in some K-pop group a while ago, I don't know which one it was, they were just like so heartbroken that he had like a girlfriend or something. It was just like, see, like why? I don't know. I would ask if there was something that I'm just not getting, but I don't think I want to get it. They're not allowed to have public relationships for that reason. It's all engineered. Exactly. It's. I think that's sad. Like they don't get to be people. Um, like they like it. It like for all like the financial stability and comfort and like people like recognizing their art and everything. Um, they have to trade in being like a person for being a product. I think that's absolutely tragic. I could never do that to myself. Not that I could. I'm not remotely musically talented in that way whatsoever. But point being, also welcome, first time chat. Lovely to have you here. Um, Drawing Party Poison from MCR's Danger Days world and Gerard Way's stuff. Yeah, I like Danger Days is my favorite MCR album. I'm that person. So many people are like I think their favorite albums would be well, like Black Parade or what's it called? Three Cheers for Sweet Revenge. Me, it's Danger Days. Yeah, I love Danger Days. It's like just the punk anti-capitalist anthem. I'm all here for it. Well, it's way more pop punk, honestly, but even still, like it's my favorite album from them. Like I enjoy all of the songs on there. I think all of them are absolute bangers. It is kind of funny though. Like my top two MCR songs probably gonna be "Famous Last Words" and "Disenchanted." Um, but what's it called? Like the rest of my top 10 for MCR is probably just like the Danger Days album as a whole, honestly. I have no idea what you're saying, but you seem so passionate, so hell yeah. It's just My Chemical Romance is all. Um, I've been listening to their music for like a few years now. Again, you know, like past all the high school edgy teen stuff. Well, actually, I didn't listen to them too much in high school or middle school. Um, like I listened to them enough, but I was into like different groups back then. But recently, it's like like I've just been like craving like like their music and like music like it. So I've been like very happy with it lately, and I want to learn more of their songs. And thankfully, a lot of their songs seem really easy to learn on bass. So I'm like pretty content with that. Um, who knows? Maybe I'll even get like good enough one day to like redo the bass lines just a little bit to make them a smidge more interesting. Because rock is unfortunately just like a really easy genre for bass. In most cases, I think. Occasionally, there's like songs where the bass is just going ham on the strings, and it's just like, what are they doing? Hell yeah, we love to see it. Yeah, I am a digital artist. I usually do a lot of fantasy art, but wanted to do a little more MCR because this actually it wouldn't even be like the first like thing of MCR art that I've done. I've done like the ballerina from the Helena music video before. I redrew the Three Cheers album. I did I did Astarion as the little black parader, which I thought was funny. I did a little Danger Days AU for Astarion as well, because I think, I don't know, autism be going wild. I'll listen to some Denise music. A friend of mine showed me some. Pretty cool. Oh. Let me look that up real quick. Just on Google. Okay, I figured this was way more of like a cultural thing. Oh, interesting. Would you happen to be Sundanese? I don't know much about this. Oh, is this Indonesia? I don't know much about it, I'm sorry. That's interesting. It's like a whole different instrument, too. Like, what's this? So Sundanese originally referred to the western part of Java Island, which has a strong association with highly centralized Sunda Kingdom based on Java Island agriculture. I see. That's cool. They have like, I think it's exactly Southeast Asia because I don't know where this would be on the globe. But these are really neat looking instruments. Angklung. Oh, that's cool. Interesting kind of music to get into for sure. Anyways, let's get these highlights in there. Once again, I saw a YouTube short, this lady who was like doing like some digital painting. She does not like working with the color red at all. I think red is a great color to work with. This is fun. It's just a little bit, it's a little bit difficult, but that's like, I feel like that's kind of the point. I think that's the fun in it, you know? Just trying to like get some cool colors in there. I will say, this is not working the way that I thought it would, but it's okay. I think that'll be fixed with like rim lights and stuff like that. Anyways, let's get the rest of this. I do want to finish this by the end of stream, and I do think we have plenty of time for that. And if we end early, I think I'm going to go ahead and end, or if we finish it early, I think I'm going to go ahead and end early anyways, because I do have work tomorrow morning. I arguably should get some rest for that. I might even just, if the trend continues to be that I don't work on Tuesdays and then I don't work on Thursdays, I'm going to go ahead and switch both of those to day streams, because it does seem like it works a little bit better for most people involved at the end of the day. So we'll see how that goes starting next week when I actually get my work schedule. Anyways, trying to like get that edge to be like really like light. That's what I'm looking for. And then we're gonna do the same here. Then widen this brush a little bit. A lot of the reason why I started listening to MCR again, Cyberpunk has its own tabletop RPG called Cyberpunk Red, and when we were playing, we were we were part of a nomad group on the outskirts of the city called the Killjoys. Um, and I kid you not, MCR was literally just our entire anthem. Every time we went out to do like a mission in the city or something, it was just like Killjoys, make some noise. It was absolutely great. We came up with the name because two people in the group like really listened to MCR, and it was just like, let's fucking go. God, I need to see them live one day. I'm so sad. I should have just gone. Like, I should have just gone to like LA by myself and seen them live. It's just my parents probably wouldn't have let me, but it's okay. I should have just gone. I should have just been like, hey, I'm gonna go hang out with Leslie in LA. We're gonna take the train there. And then that's when I lie to them, and I'm actually at a concert. But it's okay. Next time. And hopefully whenever next time rolls around, I'll have people to go with me. Hair's stuck in my glasses. Ouch. Alright. This is looking pretty good so far, I think. Then, once again, I just want to make sure, like, there's, like, stronger parts of the highlights towards the edge. I need to make sure that stays relatively consistent, and the brush is yelling at me again. Medibang is like, stop making things with like a million layers, and I'm like, shut up, Medibang. Do your job. I'm paying for this premium thing now. Please work. Not that Medibang doesn't work without premium. I only got it because I needed the cloud storage. It's just easier to have it at the end of the day. Then get the jacket. Let's go something like that. More cleanup. And I'm hungry again. It feels like I ate a lot today. That's kind of only because for dinner we went to get Vietnamese and what's it called? I had soup there, and I ate most of my soup, but I'm still hungry because the only other thing I ate today was some bread. That's okay. Tomorrow will come, and tomorrow means I can eat breakfast, so it works out. Oh man, I hope my friend's mushrooms are still in the store. I'm still so worried about that. Probably like run over to the store and be like, where is it? I can't believe they both forgot theirs. It's okay. Worst comes to worst, Johnny made another batch of stuff. I can try making it again. It's just a little disheartening, but it's okay. It wasn't that hard to make at the end of the day. My friend was like so sad when they realized they left theirs too. They were like, no. I'm like, it's okay. It wasn't too terribly difficult to make, and they're still like, it was a cool gift. I'm like, I'm glad that you think that. It's okay. I'm sure it's still there. I don't think anyone would throw it away. Because I know one of the shift leaders, when I was there today, I showed it to her. Or she saw it, and I was explaining, like, oh, I brought that for my friends. So I don't think she would throw it away. And then I don't think anyone would either, because it's very obviously, like, somebody's, you know? I'm like so worried that we're gonna get like this, like a really strict like general manager tomorrow, and they're just gonna be like, well, like, what is this garbage, and like toss it, and I'll be like, It's only the little mushroom sculptures that I made for my friends, you know. I'm worried. Or I hope like whoever's like closing today isn't like looking at it like what is this? This is dumb and like tosses it too. I'm like so nervous about it. It's okay. I'll make them like another one if if I can't find it. It just only kind of sucks because I wanted to like start making mine, because I made one for myself. Based that one off of a moral. So I wanted to start that like after I finish this little thing here. But you know, if I gotta do that, then I'm gonna do that. You know, I want to get them their things because I promised them I would. Oops. And maybe this time too, I won't. They the clay will like will figure out how to deal with like all the cracking issues and everything. Johnny's clay sculptures didn't crack, thankfully, but mine did. So I gotta figure that out. All right. So that's pretty much the highlights then. How do I feel about adding rings? I mean, might as well, right? I clearly have the time. So let's see, I'm gonna go like this. I don't like how the brush like buffers like that, because I want to zoom in for like precision's sake, but it's just not letting me. Then we'll go like this. Honestly, let me take off some of the intensity on that one part here. Just a little bit, not too much. Then where was... What's this one? It's this layer. No, it's not this layer, it's this layer. There we go. When I worked on this, I actually went out to like a little cafe in a city down one of the freeways around here. It was really nice, except the cafe also did not have a lot of AC going on for them, so I was just like, I should not spend too long here because it is very warm. Having a drink too did not actually help with that like at all. Like I was still like dying there, and I was just like, okay, it is what it is, I guess. I was like losing my mind on Sunday because I was like, I need to get out of the house like right now. So I just went. They have a Barnes and Noble at this little like shopping district. I was like going in there not because I read or anything, but because I like to look at the D&D stuff over there, because of course I do. Um, I was really tempted to get this dice set that I saw there. It was actually super pretty. It was like a cobalt blue with these silver uh, numbers and everything. But the cool thing about it was, the cool thing about this specific dice set was, it wasn't in just like the regular numbers and everything. It was in Elvish script, which I thought was super cool. I wanted to get it so bad, but it was $20, and I was just like, I literally just bought the bass guitar. Let me like not do that to myself. I'm trying to be a little bit better about spending because that is a huge expense that I just imposed on myself. And I do need to pay that off because I just put it in like a pay in four. But I don't think it's gonna be too bad, honestly, because what is it? The first payment was basically one paycheck at Carl's Jr. I was like, okay, I don't really like that, but this is also the only way I'm gonna be able to like pay in four, and I don't feel like paying for this for like 8 months because that's just gonna be like a stupid inconvenience. Let me just do the like a regular pay in four. Let's see. I don't like how I did that actually, so I'm just going to erase it. I think what I meant to do was something more like this. Put this back and then take 200 actually, and then we'll just go. Something more like that, I think. I think that's a lot better. Yeah, that's what I was trying to do. It's gonna be the same thing over here. I hope this one song is not copyrighted. That would be sad. I don't think it is, because otherwise how would you stream the game and then have it play in the credits? That being said, I'm gonna pull up another. Well, actually, I think it's fine if I just loop it, honestly. We're probably not gonna go on for too much longer, because we're almost done here. Because all it is I'm gonna add the rest of the rim lights. Or the rim highlights, I guess. This hair is very pink. I kind of feel like I should change that a little bit. Yeah, I might go back in and fix the highlights there. They're a little bit too pink for my tastes. Shouldn't be too hard. So what I'm gonna do, so that's just white, so I'll just go here, take the base color again, just go really light with it. I'm gonna push it over there instead. Oops, hang on. Yeah, we'll just remove those for now, and then we'll just redo this. Kinda sucks that I feel like I gotta, but, you know, it is what it is. It's like, it's really red, but as soon as I put those highlights on, it's looking a little bit too pink for the effect that I think I'm going for, so let's see. It kind of looks cool just like that, but yeah, we're gonna go red. We're gonna go as red as we possibly can. Too strong there. Something like this. This shouldn't be that hard of a fix, actually, now that I'm like, doing it. I'm like sitting on my feet and I'm like losing circulation in there. Yeah, that's a little bit better. I almost wondered though if it would like put it here if it's any better. Not really. Okay, so we'll just go back up there, just keep things like simple. Oh, what is that? How did that get there? Is that on? That's so weird. I don't know what that was doing there, but alright. Oops. I hate how the brush does that. It's literally just when the file starts getting a little bit too big. Like there's a lot of layers. We're on layer 27 right now, but I'm working on layer 26 because I want to redo these highlights. But it's so annoying because it's like, let me just, I don't want to like zoom out all the time. I want to be able to like get in there and get like really where I want to go on the canvas, but it just doesn't. When I get to this point, but it's I guess it's all right. Should go a lot wider on that. Go. Then we'll just do the same thing again, and hopefully it'll look the way that I think it should. I like how I was talking about like, oh, it's not too terrible to like use. It's like it's just a little bit difficult, and here I am like struggling just a little bit here. I don't usually work with like such an intense shade of red, honestly. That's probably what it is. The base color, like the flat itself, is honestly throwing me off a little bit. Because usually when I use red, I mute it a lot because red's such an intense color, like on its own. So sometimes, like, a red like that is a little bit hard to work with, but muted reds are really pretty. I like them a lot. We just gotta be a little careful. And it will work out. This should be the last one right here. Just kind of following the shape of where that outline would go. Alright. I think I like that a little bit more. Alright. Back to rims. Just like a little bit right here, I think. I try not to do it too much on like the really light colors, otherwise it really looks like a spot is glowing. So I'm just trying to be a little bit careful with that right now. The brush is not brushing. I got one of my coworkers, I got my friend, I got them going like, yippee, at Carl's Jr. now. just like throughout work. It's so funny. I feel a little bit bad, but they're like having a good time too, and I'm just like, let's go. I'm a hilarious influence at work at any given point in time. Let me bring this a little bit more actually, and then I just love how they're like, you got me doing that at the store now. I'm like, oh, I'm sorry. But also, yippee! It's so funny to me. I wonder if the next general manager will be okay with me like doing that like half the time. I don't do it like a lot, but I do it enough to where it's like it like catches on with like some people, I think. I was telling my other friend about it and she was just like, if you guys do that around me, I'm gonna fart so loud. And I'm like, why would you do that? Actually, this one kind of came out a little ugly. Let me change that one. Let's take this nice big brush here. Ways, and then over here. Go under there as well. Another just kind of like big highlight right there in the middle. It's 12:21. I guess we're not ending as early as I thought we would. We're just making such fast progress and I don't know what happened. It's crazy that this brush that I have in my hands is like 500 pixels and I'm using it like it's 50. It's because if I try to use the 50 and I try to do it, it will buffer again for some reason. Or the brush will do that thing that I don't like it doing. It'll be very... It's just annoying to deal with. Yeah, it's still doing it there. Just like blend it all a little bit. I think that is pretty much good. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this right here, paste, put that at the bottom, and take this color, set the layer to multiply. No, normal first actually. Reference layer. That should... Never mind. I gotta do it this way. Set it to multiply. Now we're gonna do like the same sort of like effect that we did there. I kind of want it like this. And then we'll blur it because it's good to blur the shadows like that. In fact, I think I might go a little bit smaller on that, like when I bring this down and back in. Or rather, bring it back to that. Let me just redo that entire thing. Something a little bit more like this, I think. And then let me not put it all the way at 30. 20 is plenty enough. And then let's see, is there anything else that I want to do for effects' sake? Maybe like another thing down here. Except we'll make this one white. Have this one go over like that a little bit. And then I'm gonna take a pen. I just want to see how this looks, because I honestly might not like how this turns out, so... let me just... Okay. So now we can... Now it's actually straight. Mostly. Yeah, I don't think I like that. I think this is plenty, honestly. Alright. So let me go ahead and sign this. Page and Kirk. Actually, put that at 8, make that a little bit bigger. Edit canvas size, and we'll get our usual white borders going. Oops. Alright, so I think we'll go ahead and just end it there for stream. When I get this nice and queued up and ready to go for tomorrow's post. And let's see, anything else to announce. I don't know if the OC date night tier list or OC date night stream is gonna happen this week. I gotta check in with Biba, and I keep forgetting. But it will happen at some point, and so will the 100 follower concert. Next stream is gonna be Thursday. That one's gonna be in the morning, so that one's gonna go 11:30 to 2 p.m. or 2:30. So I'm excited about that as always. It's always nice to have the day stream, so I don't end up sleeping so late. I think that's pretty much all the announcements. Once again, if you want to find me on other platforms, my name is PigeonCur. You can find me on Twitter, Blue Sky, and Instagram. My commissions are open if anyone is interested in that. But you know, it is okay if not. But yeah, thank you everyone who showed up today. I had a blast as always, and I will see you guys next time. Love you all, and have a good night.